Today is September 29th, 2017. We have a great show for you guys. I have Aaron Rose, the asshole himself. Sorry, Rose. I promised you I'd call you an asshole, so I'm going to call you an asshole. Nah, but he's a good guy. His name's Aaron Rose. Combat vet, U.S. Army, 6 years I think he did. He is currently a military spouse of dependasaurus, living in North Dakota. Besides that, man, honestly, this one I think is we touched on some good topics. We talked about Trump. We talked about the NFL. I mean, that seems to be the trend of what's going on right now in the world. He gave his view on the effect of his view, the veteran effect of his view, and I keep fucking saying, man, I need to learn how to talk. So he gave his views and what he thinks and what he sees and stuff. And then, you know what? We did a lot of reminiscing. So if you like to hear some old, military stories, some old buddy stories from guys from the military, it's a good listen. And if not, hey, you know what? I got other podcasts. So I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. And as always, you can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Spreaker, Podcast Addict, Google Play. You can find us on Facebook at Veteran Effect, Twitter at Veteran_Effect, Instagram at Veteran_Effect. You can Gmail me or Google me or send me an email at veteraneffect@gmail.com. And if you have any questions, Ryan complaints, concerns, you can let me know. I don't know how much I will reply to them, but hey, why not? You never know, there's a chance. You could always message me on Facebook. I appreciate you guys listening, tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy it because it was a good one and I fucking enjoyed it. So, listen up.
Mama, can't you see?
Mama, can't you see?
What this army's done to me?
What this army's done to me?
Mama, can't you see?
Mama, can't you see?
What this army's done to me?
What this army's done to me?
And we're live. And I always say that. I don't know why I say and we're live. Like, I guess to let you know that we're live. I haven't figured out a different way to intro this shit. So, how you doing, Aaron Rose?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I am fucking fantastic. This is my third podcast of the day. You are my third guest of the day. Not to say
the day. Wow, you're a busy man.
I'm trying to be, man. I'm trying to get into this thing real serious, like.
No, not. That's the way to do it, man. Go balls deep.
Yeah, balls deep in this bitch. So let me go start off with the normal the few questions I got for you, and then we'll jump into the topic you wanted to talk about. All right?
All right.
So when did you join?
Oh, back in 2007, February.
And
yeah.
Why did
long time ago?
Straight out of high school or no?
It was about a year out of high school, a year and a half maybe.
Okay. All right. So why did you join?
Well, it was probably, when you're a kid, you go through all the, different career choices and all that stuff. First it was a firefighter, then it was a cop, and then, I don't know, I always played with G.I. Joes and Army men and had a BB gun since I was a kid, go shooting with my dad. And then, I don't know, one day I'm working at the mall, seems like everybody else did too, working at the mall, and then, hey, there comes a recruiter, and it just, like, oh yeah, I have always wanted to do that. So, just got talked into it. I didn't really get talked into it, just somebody mentioned it, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
So, how did you end up, what was your job, and how did you end up picking it?
Oh, my job in the military. I was a 35 mic, or 97 echo back when I joined. So that's pretty much human intelligence, interrogations, and all that fun jazz. Well, my recruiter, he was a tanker, and he, to be completely honest, he didn't know anything about the job. Like, what he told me was like, we would do like James Bond, Jason Bourne kind of stuff. And I'm like, all right, that sounds pretty good. Turning out being absolutely nothing like that.
Be a fucking spy and then end up fucking sitting around.
Yeah, more. If you even do get to do the job,
yeah,
it just turns into a big, much more paperwork than anything else.
No, definitely. I definitely know that firsthand.
So I can only imagine the paperwork Jason Bourne would have to do. There's how much crap he's got to do. It's like, all right, now 18 years of paperwork.
There you go.
Jesus.
I could only imagine. So duty stations. Where did you go to basic? Where did you go to AIT? And what were your duty stations?
All right, basic was Fort Knox, Kentucky. AIT, Fort Huachuca. First duty station was Camp Zama, and then Fort Lewis after that. And that's where I finished out my active duty.
And why did you get out?
Well, kind of because I was, let's see, my window was open, and, well, my re-enlistment window was open, and it was closing pretty quick. But I wasn't on orders, but I was put on assignment for Fort Hood. Can't remember the unit.
First Cav.
But, yeah, that would have been it, first Cav. But no, like the whole reasoning was, like at that point, I was already divorced from the ex, and I wanted to stay as close to my kids as possible.
Well, definitely.
But then that still went topsy-turvy.
It always does.
Yeah.
All right, so that's why you got out, is you stay close to your kids?
That was it.
Hey, man, it happens.
Otherwise, I'd still be in. Probably deployed a couple more times.
How many times did you deploy?
Just the once.
Yeah,
I kind of got screwed over, like with the whole going to Japan. First off, it seemed like that's where everybody went to retire or kind of peter off.
Yeah, that seems
so it's not really the best spot for a young buck that wanted to deploy, that signed up during wartime and all that. But yeah, so let's see. After I got to Fort Lewis, it was about 5 years of garrison life before I deployed.
That sounds about right.
To Afghanistan.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about the same. I mean, we pretty much had the same career path until we left Japan.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And for those who don't know, me and him went to AIT together, and we also went to our first unit in Japan together. And we did a bunch of fun stuff and a bunch of dumb stuff. So.
Lots of dumb stuff.
I think we did more dumb stuff than fun stuff. So, but we got some cool shit. So, man. So Aaron Rose, kissed by a rose, Mr. Fucking Seal. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Hanging in there.
Yeah,
living the life.
Where are you in this world?
I am in the beautiful. No, it's not beautiful. I'm in North Dakota. This place it's something else, man. Like the summers are hot. What's that?
North Dakota.
North Dakota, yeah, the Great White North. Man, like I don't know, it's just crazy. The wind is nuts. It's so ridiculously cold during the winter, and that's just around the corner. Snow is like it just snows like mad.
And what the fuck are you doing out there?
Oh, the girlfriend. I moved out here for her. Kind of got rid of, it kind of, looking back on it now, like the whole reason I got out of the Army was to be near my kids, and then I end up moving to North Dakota.
Damn.
So I don't even know what I'm doing, man. I'm just lost.
You became a dependasaurus is what you became.
What's that?
You became a dependasaurus is what you became.
Well, yeah, I'm not hitched yet, but
yeah,
I feel the other side.
Oh damn! I just had my last podcast was with a military spouse, so then this is another military spouse that is a veteran. So wow, okay.
Oh yeah,
man.
But she's in the Air Force, so I always hold that over.
Oh, Air Force, that's life.
She's a LT, so I bust her balls for that.
Oh yeah, she doesn't work for anything. She has it double easy. She's like she's a civilian that wears a uniform, pretty much.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I didn't say that though.
It's okay. I said it. You just agreed. What's her name?
Kate.
Kate, don't blame him. Blame me. It's all good.
Yeah, he talked me into it. So it's a trap. It's a trap.
So what the hell are you doing in North Dakota with your time?
Well, aside from work, I work at the commissary on base, so I've got full-blown dependasaurus. Just honestly, in my off time, I kick back with some beer, play video games, a little bit of guitar here and there, but just living it up.
You still
not really to the
not
fullest
really. That
extent
doesn't sound
I
like
could,
that doesn't sound like living the life. But I mean, it is not something bad, but it's not living the life for sure. Damn.
Well, geez, like since I got out, I've already. I'm like the Black Widow for motorcycles. Because any bike I end up riding, it's broken within 3 months.
Well, you need to learn how to fucking fix them. Fix your problem.
Well, no, this last one, I don't know what the hell I did, but the engine's blown. 2 of the pistons came loose from the rod and shot up, and they're lodged tight in the engine.
You might want to take some motorcycle classes. I don't know. I would just recommend.
I know how to ride. I just might ride too hard for this. Maybe I should just get new bikes, not old ones.
Yeah, well, that might be a thing too. You buy used, and you don't ever know what you're getting.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing though, so it's all right.
So you're a motorcycle riding, commissary working, dependasaurus in North Dakota.
Yep.
Motherfucking Aaron.
And the worst thing about motorcycles out here is you can only ride them for like 4 months out of the year. The rest of the time it's too damn cold.
Yeah, well,
it gets to like negative 20.
Yeah, well, I don't think you want
during the winter.
Your balls sticking to the seat. I don't think that's comfortable.
Oh, well, you got to try it, man. It's not bad.
I think I'll pass, man. I'll pass. I'll take your word for it.
No, it's pretty bad.
Man, so hey, I really do appreciate you coming on here, man. You wanted a topic you wanted to talk about. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I have no clue, man. Just what do you got for me? What do you want to hear me talk about? Because I can bullshit about anything.
Oh, no, you can bullshit about
anything. One of my best qualities is I'm full of shit.
You're full of shit. I know it, and I love it. Oh, man, we used to just, people don't believe me when I tell them, like, we literally used to just sit there and argue about anything. Not even knowing what the fuck was going on, not even knowing our position. We would just have debates about shit and just pick a side.
Yeah, that was some good time. Oh man, have you been able to keep up with anyone from back in Japan?
Not too many. I've talked to Rod a few times.
All right.
Julian.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever knew Bishop Odom. I had him on today. It was my first one of the day. He worked in the he worked for Med.
No, I don't think I ever met the guy.
No. A few people. I haven't really been that great at keeping contact with people, honestly. That's part of the reason I'm doing this too. I mean, it gives me an opportunity to reconnect with everybody. I mean, me and you hadn't talked in years, and then the other night we went on and chatted on Facebook, and now you're on here.
Oh, dude, when I was pretty shit-faced. If I'm on Facebook past 10 o'clock, I'm drunk.
Oh, man. I was, you know what? That night I had come home early from work. I was working because I work at a bar. I manage a bar or whatever out here. And I came home early because I got vomited on.
Oh, damn.
So I was like pissed off, and then you started messaging me and shit, and I was like, you changed my mood. So I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Well, I'm just glad it wasn't me that did that. Vomiting,
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not a good one.
Yeah.
So then.
Oh shit. You. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's up?
No, you remember Hanson, right?
I've had bad dreams about him. Yes, he is one of the fears of my life coming back. I fear that one day he will come back and he will be my end. That's my fear of Hanson.
He will.
So
you guys weren't on the best of terms.
So hold on. Let me explain for the audience.
Yeah,
who
why don't you tell his story. This is nuts.
Hanson, and we'll just leave it at Hanson, just because that's the best name for him. This dude was 5'5" max. A little ball of anger, just bubbling. Like, you know the kids that shoot up high schools? If you could define them and what they would look like and how they would act, that was Hanson. This is the same person that walked into what you would call S1, which is your personnel division, HR, and threatened to set it on fire if he didn't get his money for his wife. And he was able to stay in the military because why not?
Yeah. Oh, and like that's not the end of it, man. Remember, he went into our company orderly room or training room because I guess he was the training room clerk at the time. And he goes in there with a baseball bat and destroys his computer, like the company trophy we had. He shredded the guidon with the knife.
Oh, yeah. And he was still in the military.
He went completely apeshit.
And they would not section
I don't even know why he did that one.
Same thing.
Like, I think he was just tired of being in the training room or something.
Maybe. That was after I was in there, after I was in the training room, after I relieved you of duty.
Oh, thank you for that. That was terrible.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, because where I was at was terrible.
God, no, that was... good times. Good times.
Trade one shithole for the other.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, God. I know these are all inside jokes and everything, and you guys don't understand, but... man, we had some interesting fucking times in Kapsama, Japan, with some interesting fucking people.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell the whole thing was that went on over there. And then, our old first sergeant, I believe it was Ortiz.
Oh, Mr. DUI?
Yeah. Or no, what? I think it was First Sergeant Ortiz.
He got the he's
anyway. He got busted driving on post drunk with an underage girl in the car.
Yeah, he got a DUI. He got a DUI for it. Coming from Camp Zama, Japan, they have this place called the Zama Club, where pretty much everybody on post goes to get shit-faced. And if you're in the military, you know about NCO clubs, you know about officer clubs, you know about lower enlisted clubs. Well, at Camp Zama, Japan, there was none of those. There was just the Zama Club. So you would see officers and enlisted and lower enlisted getting shit-faced together.
Come one, come all. Yep.
And on a regular, I would have drinks, and the sergeant major of the post at the time would buy me drinks, and we would have good times, and there was fights, and there was all kinds of crazy shenanigans going on.
Then you'd go back to his room and...
Oh, man. Many a nights I crawled the 2 blocks home to my barracks.
Oh, man. Yeah, good times. Great oldies.
Yeah, so let's get into what's going on in the world, man. I mean, I know you're in fucking North Dakota, the Great White North and shit, but you got to see what's going on in this fucking the media over the last week with the fucking flag shit. I know this is like the third podcast I'm covering it in, but I want to see your view. I want to get a bunch of people's views and shit.
Well, it's like, let's see here. I don't really care if they stand or kneel or sit or do the hokey pokey while it's going on. But, like, I don't know, what was it? I read an article the other day where they were kind of talking to people that were kneeling, and talking to the players that were kneeling during the national anthem. And it seemed like some of them were protesting certain things, other ones were protest. So it's not like it doesn't seem like a unified, like we're all protesting, what have you. But like I can understand some of the outrage for I guess, how do you put it? For like those people that have no idea what's going on or completely oblivious to what certain people in our country are having to deal with on a lifetime basis, where they're just completely oblivious to what's going on, and they just see someone kneeling during the national anthem, and they're just getting butthurt. But if they're actually paying attention, it wouldn't seem so outrageous, you know?
Well, yeah, the ignorance is quite palpable. Can I even say that fucking word? Palatable.
Yeah. What the?
I need not to drink while I'm podcasting.
Yeah. But I have no idea what you're doing right now.
Oh, man.
No, but like honestly, it's like I think like it's probably the most effective way to protest. It's like because these guys are like in the spotlight literally, and they're getting a shitload of media coverage, and it's not like, well, yeah, I guess there's a negative connotation to it, but it's not, I don't know, it's not rioting in the streets or anything like that.
See,
I just think that there needs to be a more, like, this is why we're doing it, so everyone is aware of it.
See, I think initially the reason for it was very clear, because it was one person, and it was 5 people, and it was 8 people.
Yeah, when Kaepernick started doing it, like he actually, like, this is why I did it.
Yeah.
And there was he got a shitload of kickback for that.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, like, you know, he stuck to his guns, and he's like, you know what, this is what it is.
And he put his money where his mouth was.
I think it's almost like gone to like a, I don't want to, like, I have, honestly, I don't know, but it feels like a bandwagon kind of thing. Because now it's like high school kids are doing it, college kids are doing it. It's like
the new fad.
It's like, yeah, it's like a cool thing to do now. It's what it's starting to feel like.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I don't really know.
I feel like it's been, just
from my perspective,
I feel like it's been turned that way because of the way the media has changed the narrative on why it's happened. Everybody's saying that it's, they're disrespecting the flag, they're disrespecting the military, they're disrespecting the service members, all that shit. In reality, that was never the case, and never the reason why it started. And this last week happened because Trump, our president, decided to focus on the NFL because he's still salty about the UFL, I guess, USFL. Or I don't know why the fuck he did it.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck he decided to open his mouth, but that's why the nation went that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's, like, honestly, like, the way it's kind of, like, who knows? Like, maybe Trump has good intentions. Maybe he knows what's going on. Maybe he knows that anything that he says, there's huge portion of the population is going to go the opposite direction. So maybe he's trying to get some good cause going here or something. I don't really know. But that guy, what I do know is that man needs to stay off of Twitter if he knows what's good for him. He needs to just log off of Twitter or
delete his account.
Have somebody take his phone from him. Somebody please do that. Take Trump's phone away from him.
Right.
Good Lord. He would save so much face if he just was not allowed on social media.
Oh, man. But you know what? Social media is the way of the world right now. I mean, this is the second president that's had to deal with the social media aspect, and the first one tried to handle it as good as he could, and this guy just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, Obama had some reserve. Like, this guy, he's like, it's like he's tweeting out stuff that where it's like, if I were drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning, he'd be like, yeah, fuck the NFL.
But he's doing it in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I know. It's like there's absolutely zero filter in that man's mind.
Oh, it's like he's day drunk.
It's like, you know what? Especially with how much attention he's got right now, he's got the ear of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Because either people endorse him or they want to protest him.
You know what? I honestly had never been onto Twitter until I started this podcast. And now I follow him just to see what the fuck he's going to say. Not in support, but in contra. I just want to know what the fuck he's going to say, because you never know.
Yeah. I know. It's like it's ridiculous.
And it's...
I mean, he's always going to be blowing somebody up. Like, what, he wants all the NFL owners to fire anyone that's kneeling.
You know what's funny about it is since I've joined Twitter or whatever, and I've only been on it for 4 or 5 months, maybe 6. I've learned so much more about what's really going on, and it's funny that I would learn from that medium, because while everything's going on, people are telling you what's going on in Twitter, but if you have to pay attention. So, like, when they're doing the healthcare bill and all that stuff, Paul Ryan and all those people will tweet about it. But in the media, they won't say shit about it. So, if you're paying attention on Twitter, you'll know what the really fuck's going on. And you'll see that they're trying to make you look this way while they're doing something the other way.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
No, I completely agree with that. Like that's what I first tried to do. It's like when I first started, or when I first got on Twitter, I'd follow like CNN, Fox, and like pretty much every news organization out there, just so I could get a little bit of everything. But they didn't even report on the same things, or they did, but it was a different way. So I mean, really, what you got to do if you want the actual news is just follow the politicians. Like, because they're always tweeting out too.
No, well, definitely. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so at least it's like getting the story straight from their mouth.
See, and
I
mentioned this a few podcasts ago, but that's why I love to go to like Reuters, or I go to BBC, or I go to Al Jazeera, news outlets that aren't based in America, because they all hate us, so they're all going to be honest about us, and they're going to talk shit, but at least I know that what they're saying, part of it's the truth. It's not really biased from one side or the other. They just hate us.
Right. Actually, yeah, no, that's right. I mean, they might be biased toward they might be extra critical on everything, maybe a little more cynical on news stories, but it'll definitely be, it's not going to be swaying one side or to the other.
No,
hopefully.
and that's why I find those three to be honestly the best sources of news from what I found.
Yeah, I mean, because stateside, it's like, I don't know.
Well, and
it's
I spoke
like you
on
get
this.
what you pay for, honestly.
Yeah, and I spoke on this, and it's not. I don't feel like the news networks are really news. I don't think you can look at it like it used to be, where you have to sit there and trust the person talking to you. I feel like it's more journalism and entertainment. There's part fiction, part news. They twist it to their agenda, and you have to sit there and be smart enough to go beyond just one source.
Well, I mean, again, they are the network news. It is a TV program, so they are based off of ratings.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, and then they saw the way it's like newspapers dying out, or if not dead already. Magazines are gone. It's like everything's going online. So, and then everything online is based on clicks and ads. It's like, I don't know the last time I read an actual article on the internet without being bombarded with ads.
No, I agree. And you know where the funniest place where I can get my news? It's satire.
Oh yeah.
You got the Daily Show. You got, what is it? It was the Daily Show. Last Week Tonight. You know, those shows like that. The political satire shows, I believe, are the ones that can give you the most unbiased news that they can give, because they talk shit about everybody.
Yeah, I mean, and then even still, like that's it's like a catalyst to be like, hey, I'm going to look more into that.
Definitely.
And then, who knows, maybe you'll find something real or something really fake.
See, and I posted something on Facebook a couple days ago, and I've gotten like 4,000 views on it, which is, for me, I guess, pretty amazing. I didn't realize that something I posted like that would reach about 4,000 people. But it's pretty true. I mean, the take a knee thing is the best way you can protest. I mean, you're taught to take a knee when somebody's hurt. You're taught to take a knee when you're praying. You're taught to take a knee when you're securing a perimeter. So why not fucking take a knee when you feel like this country's hurt?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, like even on, I guess, God, I don't even know the term for it, but like a National Memorial Day, flag is at half-mast. Like the flag's taking a knee on those days of remembrance.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know. Okay.
So actually, this reminds me of the South Park episode.
Always good to bring in South Park.
No, it's like, because I can't remember who it was, but they were going to amend, or they're going to change the national anthem. And to the way they did it is like they went to some, God, I can't remember who it was, but they went to somebody that did like a big movie music or whatever. God. Yeah, anyway. So they go to this, and the only way that they changed it was right at the beginning. They just said, please stand, kneel, or sit to honor our national flag. They said that audio, and then they played the national anthem. Oh, so it really wasn't offensive if people kneeled. Nobody. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
Well, let's listen to it. Shit. Why not? Why not? I don't know if you can hear this. Let's check this out. Tell me if you can hear it or not. I'm bringing it up right now, the clip you're talking about.
All right.
Can you hear the ad right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Me.
Okay. Give me a second.
Home. Find pillows. Take
Can you hear that about fucking pillows?
Values that make you
Yeah,
feel
that's good.
at home.
Okay.
Max
Give it
you,
a second.
Max life.
TJ Maxinista.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. We are live at tonight's game between the 49ers and the Panthers. But, of course, what everyone is really here for, the unveiling of the new national anthem rebooted by J.J. Abrams. And, Mike, this new
J.J.
anthem
Abrams.
is set to have everything the old one had, but some new
Look at that,
surprises
Kaepernick.
as well. You'd have to be an absolute asshole not to stand and support it. This is such a big night for America that both presidential candidates are here. There you can see the turd sandwich waving to all four people excited by her. And there's the giant douche doing the same. When
Oh,
I sit down
shit.
and not support this thing, I'm sure to lose this
Oh,
election.
shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. And the anthem begins. Let's hope this fixes America.
For our national anthem, we now ask you all in solidarity to please rise, or sit, or take a knee in order to honor America.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, and J.J. Abrams has absolutely shattered expectations, Mike.
Now, whether people are standing, sitting, or kneeling, they are all honoring America. J.J. Abrams is a wizard, Tom. All wizard.
More people sitting now as Abrams has made it irrelevant. Who saw this coming?
And there's the rest of the anthem. All the parts we remembered and loved. J.J. Abrams has fixed America.
Wow, this was supposed to... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was it.
Damn.
I gotcha.
Oh, man. Pointless. That's what it's saying right there. It's all fucking pointless. It's all fucking pointless.
Well,
Man.
so yeah, I don't know, man. But like, I understand why the protest is going on. Like, oh, man, I don't know. It's just the state the country's in right now. It's rough.
Oh, man, I cannot.
It's really
agree more.
rough.
It makes, and you got children and shit. It makes me worry about my kids and shit. Like, I get it. Homeboy's here for the next 4 years, 3 years, whatever the fuck it is now. But it's scary, man. This is year one. This is year one. And look where we're at.
Yeah.
A year ago, you would not look at the country like this, like it is today.
Yeah, you wouldn't think like the right would be giving up football.
Give it 3 more years.
Really? Like, what the hell is happening?
Give it 3 more years.
Like, how the hell do you get half the country to be like, NFL, no thanks? What the hell is going on?
What? I thought baseball was dead and NFL was the new baseball. Now it's like, nah, I'm not interested. I'm gonna burn all of my.
Oh, you saw that? Oh,
Yes.
that lady or that person burning their Broncos stuff?
Dude, the
I mean, I
funniest...
don't blame him for burning the Broncos stuff. But...
Well, the funniest one was somebody burning all his Redskins gear. And I said...
Oh, that must have been another one, because I saw somebody burning their Broncos gear.
Oh, man. No, there was a lot of people that burned their shit. But this guy burned the Redskins gear. And it struck me because you are literally burning a racist team's gear. Like, the irony of it is just, it's lost. It's so... Oh, man. It's such a high level of irony that unless you know what the fuck's going on, it's going to pass your head. This guy didn't understand that what he was doing, he's protesting the team, but he should have been protesting the team because out of all the fucking team names, the Redskins, come on. Come on.
I mean, if you want to talk about oppressive football teams, that's the name right there. Jesus.
The most... It was like, wow, okay, yeah, the ignorance is astounding. And you know what? People are going to listen to this. You're a fucking leftist. You're a fucking snowflake. You're this, or that. I don't give a fuck. I am a middle of the road. Choose each fucking topic. Choose each subject. Educate myself and make a decision based upon what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to be.
I don't know.
Otherwise, if you pick a side, like I firmly believe that if you're too far on either side of a topic, then you're only going to see your side.
Yeah.
And only so far towards the other side. Like otherwise, people they're just going to shut off.
Yeah, because now
you want to sit in their like a reflecting booth where they only hear their own thoughts.
Yeah, because every research you do is now you're looking for the information bias. You're now being biased in your research, just trying to find the confirmation bias, I believe it's called.
Exactly. If you don't hear what you think is right, then everyone else is wrong.
Yes.
The echo chamber, that's what it is.
Yes, exactly.
They just want to hear everybody. That's why there are all these forums and people getting banned from stuff. Like, who is that? The Milo dude.
Milo
Yiannopoulos. Yeah. He got banned from Twitter because he's alt-right. Apparently
stupid.
Twitter doesn't like alt-right folks, but
see, that's stupid. Like, you gotta have both sides. You gotta have the.
Yeah, how else are you gonna learn or like what? Yeah, you just need to know what. I guess you don't. See, that's the problem right there. The social media has I don't need to know what anyone else thinks.
No,
your opinion,
and that's the problem.
I honestly don't give a shit about your opinion.
Fuck your feelings is what you're
and
saying?
Where is that back in the day? When we just had newspapers and nothing else?
Fuck your
you only
feelings.
knew your friends' opinions on stuff. And now everybody's think they're right about everything.
Oh, fucking Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers or whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah, no, definitely. People are
back
fucking
in my
crazy.
day.
Have you reached that
back
age,
in my
Aaron?
day, nobody cared about what I thought. Now if I say something wrong, I get caught on fire. Like, holy moly.
Yeah.
Flamed. I get shade thrown at me, as the kids say.
Shade. You know, I like shade. You're supposed to. It's cooler in the shade.
I know. It feels good. Makes me feel wanted.
Yeah.
Like I'm still important.
You gotta go against the status quo. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. I've always been pretty good at being the devil's advocate, though.
Well, yeah. It's. I feel like our job gave us that opportunity to be able to see both sides.
Yep, I love poking that bear. I always fight for the underdog, I gotta say.
Yeah.
But in this situation, I have no idea who the underdog is.
I don't think there is one. I think they've twisted it so much that they've taken off the actual fucking topic and they've distracted America from what really the fuck is going on. Really, honestly, we're sitting here talking about the flag, and I'm a little bit guilty of it. I brought it up, but nobody's fucking talking about Puerto Rico. Nobody's fucking talking about Texas anymore. Nobody's talking about Florida anymore. Nobody's talking about Mexico, who had the fucking earthquake. Nobody's talking about racial inequality. Nobody's talking about people getting shot in the fucking streets for complying.
Oh, yeah. All right. So it's 2017.
Yes.
Flint, Michigan's has still had the
no water
since 2014. Water, clean water. You need that to live, and that shit's still not taken care of yet because people are over there beating their D's.
You can say it. They're beating their dicks about fucking the flag
over football.
You don't have to censor yourself, man. You can say what you want to say.
Oh, yeah, that's what came out, so that's what happened. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like, yeah, there's a lot wrong with America, but there's also a lot of good that's going on.
No, and
but
there is.
We need to take care of our own.
There is.
Like, we need to take care of America, and Puerto Rico is part of America.
Yes, they're fucking American citizens, and it's so fucked up what they have. They can't vote, but they pay taxes. Well, no, they don't.
Yeah, and honestly,
actually,
like they are forgotten.
Yeah, no, they're fucking the forgotten stepchild of America.
So
we treat them like the redheaded stepchild, and it's not even cool.
Yeah, down in the cellar.
Harry Potter under the fucking stairs.
Yep. Like, oh, it's Puerto Rico. What are you doing out here?
You take your fucking Puerto Rican flag wife beaters and go back to Puerto Rico.
God, I don't know. All right, so what's good in the world? What's going on that's good?
You know what's good? That the United States Army United States Army has taken control in Puerto Rico, and they're giving fucking aid finally. They're moving out. They have the fucking 88 mics out there driving the trucks and distributing the fucking wealth. They didn't have truck drivers, and now they do.
Man.
So,
well, that's awesome.
That is one of the good things in the world. And there's a lot of people that are, coming together. And you know what? I saw the other day, and it gave me an inkling, a hope. There was, I don't know if you saw it on social media, but there was a, God damn, I can't remember what the I don't think it was white supremacist. It was something, Make America Great Again type rally, right? It was a Trump support rally.
Mm-hmm.
And BLM showed up, the Black Lives Matter.
I saw that.
Dude.
That was awesome.
That was fucking amazing. That was amazing. And what happened is this guy went on stage, there was booming, there was this, and at the end, they came together. They realized that they're the same fucking people looking for the same fucking shit. Yeah. And to see that happen...
You gotta realize we're all fucking Americans.
Yes. And when I saw that happen... It gave me just some kind of inkling that, you know what, for all the fucked up shit that's happening and all the divisiveness, this might actually be something that turns out to be better for us, because you have to go through the shit to get into the fucking storm. Or go through the fucking storm to get to the sunshine.
Exactly, and that was like, I saw that and it was like, holy shit, like, if these two groups, these two sides, actually come together and have a civil conversation...
At the end, the dude was wearing a Make America Great Again shirt, and they were all going, America, 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 all that bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, why can't we fix what's going on? We don't need politicians to do that for us. Because it's not gonna they can't do it for us.
We just need training. Sergeant's time. We need sergeant's time in the civilian world.
Oh, yeah. Sergeant's time. We need an AAR after every president.
AAR after every presidential speech, after every shooting, after everything. AAR.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't agree with what he said here.
For those of you who don't know what an AAR is, it is an after-action review where you say 3 good things that went right and 3 bad things that went wrong and how you can improve them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure we'd come up with a lot more than 3 if we open that up to the forum.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We could definitely come up with 3. No, but it's crazy, man. I mean, it is honestly crazy. I mean, out here, I'm down the way from Berkeley, like 30 minutes away from Berkeley, and that's where a lot of left and right people are going crazy, and it's just...
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
Oh, dude, it made me what was it, like 6 months ago? Maybe it wasn't even that long. It made me ashamed because I'm originally from Washington State. So, like, what was that freaking hippie Evergreen State College?
Oh yeah, with
in Olympia.
Michael Pearson.
Oh yeah, like that whole shitstorm out there, where it's like they wanted a no whites day and all like I don't know, like it's just ridiculous. They've gone off the social justice spectrum. And that college, like growing up in Washington, you knew, like going through high school and everything, that that's not the college you want to go to because it's not a real college. Because you don't actually get grades, you grade yourself on the effort that you put forth. And then you can get your degree, quote unquote, from this location. I'm not even going to call it a school. It's just like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a terrible place. A good place to waste your money.
Is that how you guys view it out there?
Oh, yeah. Like, whoever ends up going there is someone that couldn't actually get into community college, honestly.
Oh wow.
Or they're just so damn high. Yeah. No, it's not a real, yeah. It just made me embarrassed because all that was all over the news, everything about Evergreen, and it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like the hippie school of the Northwest.
It was Brett Weinstein. Brett Weinstein was the guy that had all the shit going on. He was a biology professor at Evergreen State College, yeah. I heard about it.
Now it's like, man.
I heard about it on Joe Rogan's podcast. And I keep mentioning Joe Rogan because I always listen to him, friend of the show. I keep saying it. One day he will be.
All right. No, I like his stuff.
Yeah, so he's had him on there a couple times and stuff, and it let me know what was going on and shit. And I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy. And I look at the videos, and they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I can't even. Like, if you all don't know what happened at Evergreen or what's going on, please look it up. It's embarrassing for me, Washington State, but it's something that's real, that's out there, that's actually being taught to young people going through college, and it's now spreading throughout more universities.
It's putting social justice on this fucking level that it never should have gone to. You have people talking about don't move your arms because there's microaggressions and I'm taking offense to it and you have to respect my... Man, fuck your feelings. That's how I feel. Fuck your feelings. If you want to deal with shit, we can deal with facts. We can deal with life. But when you start sitting there and it's all about emotion and it's all about how you feel and what you believe, we're not talking facts anymore. We're not talking what's serious. We're talking about how you feel, and it's all objective. Let's talk about something subjective.
So, I mean, it's just, God, I don't know. That honestly, that's more scary to me about my kids growing up in this world.
No,
it's like what they're going to get taught at schools.
And I'm not going to mention it because I mentioned it in a couple podcasts already. I guess that's the bad thing about having multiple podcasts in a day. But I experienced it the other day, and I went and I talked to my daughter, and I was like, "Look, just don't be like that, honestly." And she was like, "You think I'm going to be like that?" I said, "No, but I have to say it because I don't want you to end up being like that. Because if you end up being like that, me and you're going to have problems."
Yeah.
Because I don't accept that shit.
I don't know. It's a rough world, man. It's turning into something different. That's for sure.
It definitely is. It's all a cycle. Everything's a fucking cycle.
Mm-hmm.
The social justice warriors are the new hippies.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day.
They are.
Remember back in what was it? Maybe it's still continuing on, but I remember like PC culture. You remember that?
Oh God.
Then it kind of died off, and then it came back.
You have to be
that's not politically correct.
That's not. You can't say.
But it's like political correction on steroids.
Oh yes.
Is what it seems like social justice is.
And I've experienced that in school. I've had people say, "You can't say that. You can't talk about that. You're not allowed to say that." And I'm like, man, since when?
Why not?
When did words become this?
When did words become violent?
Yes. How come my word
It's
makes
like,
you feel like I'm hurting you? I'm not saying anything about you, and it has nothing to do with you. Well, because it might hurt somebody else that's not in the room and not hurt. You want to stand up for them, and they're not here?
Yeah. And it's freaking white people.
Hey, you said it. You
It's
said
like
it.
They're like I'm white.
I know.
So I feel
You
I
can say that.
But God damn, white people get offended for everyone.
Oh, man.
Is it like that? Is it the white guilt I'm supposed to feel that everyone else seems to?
I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to feel white guilt. I think we're supposed to all let it the fuck go and move forward.
I don't know because I don't know. Seems like everyone else is just like I like contributing to rape culture and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm the problem.
No, well, you're not the problem. But I mean, there is such a thing as white privilege or whatever, but it's not effective on every level, and not everybody appeals to it, and it's not something that everybody identifies with, and it's not anybody's fault. Well, it's a systemic issue that's happened over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, so it's something that just has to be changed throughout time. And I feel like all the shit that's going on is steps in the right direction, even though sometimes it's some fucking pussy ass bullshit. But the race relations, all the race shit going on, I think that's positive steps in the right direction. Whether people get butthurt or not, I think it's steps.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have an issue with any of it. Like,
yeah, well, I think that's the veteran effect, man. I think that's the veteran effect. Is you fucking sat there in a melting pot with people like me, people like Rodriguez, people like Mac, people like Bonilla, people of color, people of different races, and we all came together and we all fucking had each other's back. And once you live in that kind of that type of environment where you realize that it doesn't matter where this person come from, what the experiences they've had, but they're willing to sit there and have your back and willing to fucking die for you. You know what I mean? Even though we've never had to put that on the line, thank God. But
yeah,
they're willing to do.
Shit, that's how you solve it right there.
Yeah.
Everybody join the fucking military.
You know what, dude? So
Get
I mentioned
your
this.
fucking ass in. Oh, and I actually saw a pretty nice meme today. It was a recruiter with an empty chair next to him.
I posted
offended
that.
for those, or all those people offended about those not standing for the national anthem, and he's notioning to the empty chair.
I you know what? I posted that too, and I put my logo on it.
Yeah.
I did that shit too. Yeah, dude.
Fucking get your ass to the recruiting office.
Yeah.
If you're so offended.
Come back, you won't be. I promise.
Cry me a river.
I was gonna say, what the fuck was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, so I believe it was probably a fucking lie, right? I believe that. Well, I don't believe it, but if I was a motherfucking king, mind you, king, because if you're a king, everything you say gets carried out. If I was the king of America, I would make military mandatory. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It would be fucking mandatory for 2 years that everybody that's able, man and woman. And they would get their college paid for. After 2 years, they can get out, go to college, or they can stay in. Just like Israel.
I'm all for it.
Just like Israel.
Yeah. I'm for it, bro. I got your back. You become the king. I got you.
Oh, word. You'll be my fucking court jester.
Yeah, turn this thing into a patriarchy. We're going to...
Fuck it. It's already pretty much there, so why not?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
There is one thing protecting America, and his name is John McCain.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. Just crazy out there, man.
It's funny. So, funny story. You remember Bucks?
Buck.
Brandon Bucks? Glasses? Short.
Oh, yeah, that turd wagon. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
So
That's how I remember people.
yes. Very good way to remember people. So remember when they came back from the Philippines or whatever, and we all went over to our platoon sergeant's house, Buffington's.
Yeah.
So we all got shit-faced and we all walked home. You lived on Sagamihara, so you didn't walk home, but we walked home. Big group of us. And somehow it ended up being just me, Rod, and Bucks walking. And Rod and Bucks got into it. They wanted to fight each other and shit. And I had to, like, break them up and shit, and then Bucks attacked Rod, and I threw Bucks to the ground, and Rod went and kicked Bucks, and I had to pull Rod back, and then
Okay.
it was crazy.
Never heard this story.
Oh yeah, well we try to keep it quiet. So I was like sitting there holding Bucks and shit, and I ended up dipping his ass into the ground because he was trying to fight Rod, and I was just trying to break everything up, right? And Bucks was trying to kill himself or some fucking crazy ass shit. But what the fuck ever. So the point of the story is he was like, fuck you, I'm writing my senator, John McCain, the greatest senator in the world, blah, blah, blah. So every time I hear, think, or see John McCain, I think of Bucks. Just a funny story. And who would know that 7 years later, John McCain is the one thing that's keeping America from falling to shit while he's fighting brain cancer.
God.
So, you know what? Bucks might have had a point. He might be the greatest senator alive.
That would have been the only point he had. That guy was so far up his own ass.
Oh, yeah. Definitely was. It's all love, though, man. We were all fucking special.
Oh, yeah. In our own kind of way.
Definitely our own fucking kind of way.
Oh, God.
Oh, do you remember the airsoft wars we used to have?
No, I lived in the MP barracks, man. You guys had your own party dorm.
No, in the office.
I was stuck over there sharing a bathroom with Boston.
No, I'm talking about...
No, not in the office. I wasn't there. I was in the freaking orderly room for 8 months.
Oh, maybe that was before I went and took your spot in the orderly room. Hey, that was before I took your spot in the orderly room. My bad. We used to have these airsoft...
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have any fun.
Yeah, no, we used to have these airsoft wars and shit, and I ended up kidnapping Bucks one day after we fucking had an airsoft war. It was crazy. Anyways. Admitting to a felony online.
Oh, man. I don't know how good this podcast is going to be. We're just reminiscing now.
Hey, but you know what? That's what it's about, man. I mean, we talked about some real shit. We're reminiscing. We're having some good fucking time. And if they want to listen, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you tuning in. But if not, oh, the fuck, well, my feelings are not hurt.
Oh, my God. Speaking of reminiscing, you remember Sergeant Frank Young?
Do I ever?
Oh, man, that guy. All right.
So
what's my story?
Hold on,
the whole Inch story, right?
Hold on. So Frank Young, staff sergeant, is part of the reason I got out of the military. Part of the reason. Because when I saw him get promoted like that, I looked at it and I said, man, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, if you toe the line and you don't make waves, you will be extremely successful in the military. But if you have a mind of your own and you don't eat people's bullshit, you will not go anywhere.
Yeah, you get the fuck out, buddy.
Yeah,
you get out of my military.
That's what happened. I got the fuck out.
You free thinker. That's not the kind of people we want here. You get out.
I always say the worst job they could have gave me was being a fucking human intelligence collector because you had to have your own fucking critical mind.
No. They should have put you behind a turret or something.
Yeah, and I would have been, yes, sir. No, sir. Whoa.
Crew serve. You get the Mark 19. Here, blow some shit up.
All right, go ahead. Your story about Mr. Young.
Oh, God. Let me see if I can remember it. We were all pretty... Again, it's at Buffington's house.
Buff was one of those people where shit just went down.
Yeah. Anyway, Sergeant Buffington, he was our platoon sergeant at the time. And he'd always have these big barbecue gatherings at his house. We'd always end up getting drunk in his backyard. So, what was it? Sergeant Young, he got especially drunk this whole time. I can't remember. Buffington was trying to instigate something. He was real. Oh man.
Hold on.
He's a character.
Was this the O'Doul's occasion?
The duel.
O'Doul's? Where we were giving him O'Doul's?
No.
Okay. Just going.
I think he was legit drunk this time, but I think it was Bucks. Anyway. Buffington was trying to say it's like, well, are you a good NCO, Sergeant Young? It's like, well, yeah, I'm the best NCO. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, if let's say Bucks, your soldier, really needed you to, would you fuck him? He's like, well, I don't know about that, but I thought you said I thought you said you were a good NCO. It's like, well, I am. So life or death, would you fuck Bucks if he really needed you to? Like, well, yeah, I guess I would. I'd give him the whole inch.
I remember this.
Like, holy shit, man. The whole inch. Every last bit of it. I don't know. That guy.
Yeah, this is the same guy that used to make us fight to go home early. We would have to fucking fight each other in order to go home. I had to choke people out in order to go home. The last person standing was the last person to go home, and had the most embarrassment.
Yeah, that guy was a douche.
He was a douche, man. He definitely was a douche, and that happens in the military. But you know what? He was the one that put me on to the shit going on where that soldier was fucking that soldier's wife, and I had to put a stop to it.
Oh God.
That was not kosher.
God, what's that part in the NCO creed? I will not use my rank to God, I'm starting to forget it now. For pleasure, profit, or personal gain.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
And he'd make us fight each other?
Yeah, something like that. Personal gain, personal pleasure. Hey, you can't control your leadership. You can just control how you react. And it was funny because it created a hostile environment where the people under him that were dependent on his reviews, they acted like him and they supported him because he was in charge of them.
Oh yeah.
I had to switch units because of that shit. I couldn't stay in it.
God, what was it? Man, I got after him one day. Like, I was still a specialist. Like, 'cause every time, Sergeant, like my team leader, Sergeant Burt, let's see, I would show up like a minute late, if that. Or it's like they would literally put a stopwatch to me. Like, if I showed up to the office like 30 seconds late, I'd have to do push-ups for like a half an hour, or front-leaning rest for a half an hour. It's just like something. It's like I'm still there. Like, yeah, I might be a little bit late, but it seemed like the punishment was going a little extra. So I call him up one night. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it seems like you got this shit out to get me. It's like, why is it every time, like, even when I'm early, I'm getting my ass hemmed up. When I'm like hardly slightly late, I'm getting my ass hemmed up. And I'm calling the platoon sergeant here, Sergeant Buffington, like late as hell at night. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And then after that, he never got after me. Like, I can show up 10 minutes late and it would be all right.
Yeah, no. I used to have fucking wars with him.
I just called him out on his shit.
I used to go to war with him, man. And that's why I got out of there. It's because when he got there, I became like his right-hand man. I helped him out. I fucking, showed him the ropes and shit of how shit went out here. Whatever he needed, I made it happen, right? And then I realized slowly but surely that he was not somebody you could trust. So I was like, I need the fuck out of here. That's why I took your position in the orderly room. That's why I was like, dude, let me take your job. And you were like,
because like at first, like he was cool. Like it was kind of refreshing to have a platoon sergeant where it's like, hey, we're kind of buddy. And then he'd turn his sights on you, and then he'd just like make your life shit if you didn't like go to his barbecues or whatever. Just get your ass.
That's why I say word to Sergeant Hetzel and Sergeant Cooper. I'm sorry, Lieutenant, or maybe I don't even think maybe he's a captain by now. Captain Hetzel.
I'm pretty sure he turned captain like 3 years ago, man.
Might even be a fucking major by now. But Hetzel was the truth, man. Hetzel taught me so much, and Coop's taught me so much too. And Coop's part of the reason I always got in trouble because I always spoke my fucking mind.
Well, I mean, we all got in trouble because you spoke your mind.
That's right. You guys
Shut
did get in
the
trouble.
fuck up, B. God damn it. You're fucking us all up, man.
Hey, man.
Stupid asshole.
But you know what? I was usually right, man. That's the fucking problem is I was usually right.
Yeah, and that's why we got hemmed up, because you were right.
Yeah, so people don't like when they're wrong and you point it out to them. No matter how much
Especially
tact
when they
you
outrank
use.
your ass.
Yeah, no matter how much tact you use, it doesn't really matter. It's all ego. Got a big ego.
If that's what you call tact, man. You'd like, maybe like in formation, you'd be like, hey, that ain't right.
Hey, what? This shit wasn't right, man. What the fuck was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? What the fuck was I supposed to do? Just sit there and take it up the ass with no lube? No, man. I'm not going to take that shit, and I'm not going to let y'all take that shit. I'd rather do push-ups than deal with that bullshit.
But we still dealt with that bullshit.
I know, but at least I was
We
right.
just got stronger while doing it.
Hey, at least we got stronger, man. I made you stronger. You're welcome, Rose. You're fucking welcome. Thank you.
God damn it. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I was a little bit too much at times. But we all were. We were all fucking little assholes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what Japan did to you. You just got so comfortable because there was hardly anyone on that post.
Yeah.
Just came buddy-buddy with everybody.
And fucking rubbing elbows with the post sergeant major and shit. You get 21 years old, you get a big head.
I know. You got a little chip on your soldier, or on your shoulder.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I always did.
Oh, yeah. I know the post sergeant buddy you. He's my buddy. We go drinking.
I don't think I ever said that, but yeah, something like that.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I was never the type to use people I knew. I definitely never do that. Don't make me to be more of an asshole than I was, all right? Fuck you, Rose.
Hey, I'm just painting a picture for your audience.
I know, but you're fucking painting an ugly picture that isn't true. You're fucking trying to paint
It's the fucking truth, and you know it. That's why you're laughing.
Oh, man. No, definitely not. Oh, good fucking times. Good fucking times. And you know what? So, that, as I can laugh with you and we can say fuck you to each other and shit like that, I've noticed that doesn't exist. I don't know if you've noticed it, but that doesn't exist in the civilian world, man. I mean, there are very few, some people that you could do it with, but a lot of people take so much offense to that shit. Have you experienced that?
No, not really.
No?
Sorry. I pretty much say fuck you to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you got a nice chuckle afterwards, it's usually okay.
I told my cousin to suck a fat baby's dick, and he got offensive. He's like, you can't say that.
Oh, man,
You
I've
can't
heard
say
that.
that.
Years. Suck a fat baby's dick.
He's like, you can't say that. I'm like, why not? He's like, no, we're gonna put that in the box of shit you can't say. I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. I told
You guys have a box of stuff you can't say?
Apparently he created a box of shit I can't say. Apparently. I don't know. And then I told that to somebody else I served with, and they're like, I'd have told them to choke on a bag of baby dicks. I was like, exactly, that's my point.
Jesus. Well, then I guess now it should be your goal to fill up that box so much that it can't fit anything else in there.
You know what? I think I will.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
Make sure he makes a literal box, though, because otherwise it's never going to stop. But,
Yeah, it's pointless, right?
nah. Suck a fat baby's dick.
That's a word to Mac, friend of the
God.
show. That's a word to Mac, friend of the show. Oh, man, there's some good fucking characters and good fucking times out there, man.
Good old Macmillan, man.
Yeah, Mr. Jerry himself. Dude, I think we're going to have one of those things where we all fucking come back and get together, man. We all go somewhere and we just fucking chill out for a weekend and just bullshit, get drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking...
Like an old high school reunion.
Yeah, like a high school, but we do it a Camp Zama reunion, man. Like the fucking, what were we, the 441st? The 440 worst?
440 worst. I saw the t-shirt.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, the 440 worst. Oh, Lord.
We don't have to invite St. Louis, though, do we?
Oh, man. You mean Specialist Lewis?
Oh, God, I forgot.
Oh, you don't remember him getting demoted for using the government charge card at a strip club?
Oh, no, I do. I just forgot that he got downgraded.
Classic.
You know, I wish, sometimes, just so, the military is all about making examples out of people.
Apparently.
Especially with him, I wish they would have had a demotion ceremony. You are demoted, and this is why. We're going to read your Article 15 in front of everyone, and we're going to strip you of your rank.
You know what was crazy?
God, I wish they would have done that for that guy.
You know what was crazy? The first 2 years all of us were together, there was not one Article 15. Not one. That last year, there was more Article 15s than I could remember. I barely escaped one of them.
Well, it's Buffington, man.
Yeah, well,
he had targets on everybody.
Oh God,
he got Smithers, Freeman.
It was fucking crazy.
I don't know. I know he got somebody else.
Yeah, no man, it's crazy. I'm gonna have Smithers on the show. I gotta have him on there.
Old Schmitty.
Oh,
old Seabass.
Shitty Schmitty, Seabass, kick his ass, Seabass. Oh, I love that ignorant guy.
Man.
My little Floridian.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
And for all you that don't know, his face looked just like a goddamn sea bass. I'm not even joking.
No fucking chin. I don't understand how he existed. He had no chin.
Like you ever seen the Disney the cartoon version of Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
He had the same body type as Tweedledee Tweedledum.
Oh, he did.
Big old torso, tiny arms, tiny legs.
Oh,
like a
man.
potato with toothpicks.
Oh, yeah. And but you know what? He, out of everything, you know what? He was the one of the truest people you would ever meet. I love that guy.
Oh, yeah. He was a no bullshit fella.
Yeah, he'd
call your ass out.
Yeah, he was about it, and he would have your back no matter what, and he would sit there and say what the fuck was up, even if, it wasn't the right time, but he was there. He had your back no matter what. I love that guy.
No. Didn't stop me from making fun of him, though.
No, definitely not.
Didn't stop any of us.
No, it didn't stop him from talking shit back, so it was all love.
Hell no. Yep.
Oh, man.
Good shit, man.
Yeah, damn, good times. Maybe we'll have a fucking, I don't know if that would work, having fucking 10 people on the podcast at a time. I think that would be fucking madness.
That might be pretty chaotic. Or it could be fantastic. Who knows?
It could go either fucking way. It would go either fucking way, but I think everybody would be talking to everybody.
Trying to coordinate that with that many people at the same time.
Oh, yeah. No,
that could be rough.
I think it'd just be better to have like a fucking get together. 440 worst. The 440 worst reunion.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's got a GoPro attached to their head. We'll see what happens.
Yes. Live streaming.
Oh, God. If somebody got into a fight, that'd be awesome.
Oh, God.
From both angles.
Oh.
Yes.
And and they come together. We fucking start doing the fight.
Just a big ass brawl. Fuck everybody.
Oh man, were you there with us when we went? We had that big ass brawl in what is it? Where the fuck were we? In Roppongi?
No, I missed all the good shit, man.
That's what you get for being married.
Yep, worst decision of my life.
The worst and best to give you your daughter, right?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Those are the good parts, but you know.
Yeah, man. No, I
the
was
whole other half of it.
I was going through the divorce at the time, so I got to see some fun shit. I was a geographical bachelor for the majority of the time in Japan.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So what else, man? What else we could talk about? I mean, we did a lot of reminiscing for like the last 20 minutes and shit. I'm pretty sure we lost everybody that was paying attention, other than those who know us.
God, I don't know. I mean, like it's so distracting, like with the news and everything, with the like NFL and Trump. Like that's really what's coming to my mind right now.
Well, we don't want to beat a dead horse to fucking death. I mean, it's already pretty much dead. That shit's. We'll just see what happens this weekend. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Or these next few games coming up.
Yeah.
Or no, wait. What day is it? Friday? Yeah, next few days coming up.
We'll see what happens and shit. I mean, he did one. Trump's good at one thing. He's good at uniting the opposite side. So.
Yeah.
He unites both sides, just not together. He creates divisiveness, and people align each other with each other. So, I mean, some type of unity, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh. Well, shit. Yeah, I have no idea, man.
All right, well, fuck it. Let's call it there, man. It's been a good hour 15 and shit. You know, we've had some good fucking laughs, some good fucking conversation, some serious shit, some stupid shit.
Hell yeah, man. It's been good talking to you. Good catching up, reminiscing.
Yeah,
maybe we can do it again when we're not so focused on talking about the past.
Dude, we're going to have to do it. I want to do it in person, man. We're going to have you come out and fucking sit here in my little studio, in my little spare room and shit, and we'll just fucking kick back, drinking bullshit.
Oh, yeah? Are you sure it's not just your closet? You just be sitting nose to nose with a candle in between us?
No, I already came out the closet, dude.
Oh, well, good for you. I had no idea, but congratulations.
I meant
friend.
like
I'm glad
no.
You're out in the open. In the
no,
light.
wait, what? What happened? I blacked out. Oh man, I miss your ass, Aaron.
God, and about that,
what?
Everyone fucking calls me that. Thank
Everybody
you, Key
calls
and
you.
Peele. Thank you, Key and Peele. I don't think anyone actually knows how to pronounce my name anymore.
Oh, that's your name, Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron. Like, God, like, all right, whatever. I just go with it. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, no, man. You're still Rose to me, man. You're still kissed by a rose, always and forever, man.
God, I fucking hate that song too. Jesus.
Oh man, I used to sing that song when I first met you too. And then you got what did you get on your leg? You got a leg tattoo in AIT. What did you get?
Get a what? Wait, what?
You got a tattoo on your shin in AIT. What was it?
Oh, Highway to Hell.
Oh, Highway to Hell. Yeah, I remember that. We were like right next to each other, weren't we? Or we were actually bunkmates, I think.
Yeah, for a while there we were.
Yeah, we were bunkmates for a little while when I first got there. So
yeah,
like I said, I always remember.
Yeah, and what Bay 5 of 8 Mile?
Yeah, something like that. That fucking come on, dude.
No, when we got there, we were in there with the rejects, the guys that were getting kicked out of the army.
Oh yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Why would they do that to fresh people, like straight out of boot camp, super motivated? Hey, here's all these shit bags.
I showed up, dude. I showed up after the rest of the people I graduated with from basic. And cause I had gotten an Article 15 in basic, because you got to have a good Article 15 in order to be a good NCO. So I figured I'd get my shit out the way early.
That's why it was a shitty NCO, apparently.
So I got there about a week and a half after everybody, and I felt like I had missed so much going on. Like,
oh man,
in a week and a half, people were together. People had broken up. People were doing this. People were doing that. This person got kicked out. And I showed up to formation the first day, like, trying to be squared away, and everybody was just sitting there bullshitting, talking. I was sitting there like, oh, y'all going to get in trouble. Y'all need to lock your shit up. I was like, drill sergeant, yes, drill sergeant. Drill sergeant, no, drill sergeant. And y'all was like, hey, drill sergeant Martin, what's up, drill sergeant? That was fucking nerve-wracking.
Shit. That wasn't me. I was scared to hell. I had no idea what's going on. Like, when I first showed up, like, I think it was a Friday. Because I distinctly remember asking, it's like, hey, so what time is formation tomorrow? It's like, tomorrow's Saturday. Like, yeah, what time's formation? It's like, we don't have formation on Saturday. Just like my mind was blown. I'm like, what are you talking about? So then what are we going to do? It's like, whatever you want. Like, what the fuck is happening? I thought I was in the Army.
You're going to tell me you're not going to tell me what to do and I get to make my own decisions? What
like,
the
I'm so
fuck?
goddamn confused. What am I going to do? Like, I don't even know where I am right now.
Do you
hot.
Do you remember Oktoberfest? 2007.
Oh, God.
Do
no,
you
because
remember?
I wasn't old enough.
Huh?
I was still 18.
But you don't remember the fallout?
Oh, I remember the fallout. I didn't go drinking, but I was too young. But yeah, I remember people staggering out the formation, falling down in formation.
Oh man, that was
at like parade rest. They just fall on their face. Okay, dang, that was
oh
nuts.
God, you had drill sergeant. I remember the guy's name, but he was like 40-something years old. He was like, "How old are you, private?" He was like, 42. Drill sergeant. He was like, "Carry on." Just shaking his head.
Yeah, what was it? Dareberry?
Oh, Terry Berry? Terry Berry?
Terryberry.
Oh my
God,
God! Care Bear Terry Berry. Oh, I forgot his name. Care Bear Terry Berry. Drill Sergeant Care Bear.
Oh man!
Do you remember
He had
that?
a friend. I remember that was back when. Was Facebook starting up, or was it still MySpace? But
Yeah,
I know
it
he
was
had
up
like 14-year-old girls as his friend on there.
Dude, that one day he brought everybody out at formation and just started jumping up and down about people prank calling the fucking the talk or whatever.
I couldn't take that guy seriously, man.
No, definitely not. Damn.
He is like, honestly, I can say this, like, he is the fattest drill sergeant I'd ever seen.
Yeah,
He wasn't even that big, but oh man, he
as far as
carried
drill
his weight in
sergeant,
his gut.
yeah, as far as drill sergeant's gone, yeah, he definitely wasn't. That was crazy, man. Damn, a lot of fucking good shit. We're gonna have to do this shit again, man. We're gonna have to get somebody else that went to AIT with us to get on here, man, and we'll all fucking bullshit
hell
about
yeah.
that. So,
We got Smithy up on here.
fuck
I'm
it,
sure
we'll
he's
do it.
got some stories from
I'm
AIT.
sure he
That guy
does.
was an animal.
Oh God, he definitely was. Oh man, but yeah, dude, I definitely fucking appreciate you coming on here. I definitely appreciate you hitting me up tonight, and I nothing but love for you, man.
Oh, you know, the feeling's mutual, man. Thanks for having me on. It's been a good time catching up and all this. And yeah, whenever you need me back, let me know.
Yeah, man. If you ever come out to Cali, you know you got a place, man. I would hopefully say the same, but I don't ever anticipate going to North Dakota.
Well, I don't anticipate living here much longer. Not another winter. Oh, man.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate you, and you have a fucking great one.
Yeah, you too, brother. Take it easy.